All right, what is up, guys? It is Zack, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up AWS S3 on a simple Django project. So let's get into it. So we're going to create our basic project here, or I'm just going to call this Django S3 project. Going to right click, open up this guy, and we're going to be building this from scratch. So let's go here. As usual, set up your environment. So not in PowerShell though, because PowerShell is poop. So we're going to go to command prompt, delete that PowerShell. All right, so we're going to say pip env shell, get started. Pip env shell, make our virtual environment. And once that is done, we're going to install a few packages, all the packages needed for this project. So I'm going to pip install Django, pillow for media file or for image uploads. Then the two required packages for uploading to S3, Django storages, and Boto 3. So this is not being uploaded on or being pushed to Heroku or anything right now. This is just a basic how to get this working in general. So that is the mission. And it will be able to work on AWS as well. So, yep, we're getting these. Then we're going to start our Django project. So yeah, any second now. All right, so once that's done, we're going to create our project, Django admin start project config dot double ampersand. Well, okay, you know what? We'll just say config dot for now. So let's build our Django project. Then I'm going to say py manage.py start app blog. So simple blog app as usual. Let's see. If you have another idea for an app that I can make, feel free to put in the comments. So let's see. We're going to say class blog post models.model title equals models.character field. Oops, character field max length equals 255. Body text field and image models.image field upload to blog images with a /. Dunskies. Oh yeah, let's define our string here. Self return self.title. Okay, our string method. Let's go to admin. Now we're going to say admin.site.register our blog model. Register blog post from .models import blog post, just like that. Let's go to our views, build our home page, define home request return. Let's see, render request home.html, and we're just going to write this out. So posts and blog post dot objects dot all. Let's import blog post here, just like that. Okay, so that should be all we need here. Oh wait, yeah, let's build the actual page. So same thing, templates, home.html. Make this template nice and pretty. H1 all posts ul li div. Oop. So for post in posts and for we're going to say h1 post.title image source post.image.url oh wait, no. So p tag post.body, just like that. And now we go to our settings to actually set up S3 and all of this blogging or all of this app stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's go here and just bring in that blog view. So I'm going to say from blog import views as blog views. We're going to say path nothing blog views dot home name equals home. Yep. Now, let's see. So we're also going to say this. So we're going to say from Django.conf import settings from let's copy that, paste it. Then we're going to add .urls .static and then fs or sorry, then import static from there. Now we're going to say if settings.debug, which is it's only going to be settings.debug, but it's just how I typically write it. URL patterns plus equals static settings.static URL settings document root equals settings.static underscore root. We're going to copy that and change both of these static this static URL to media URL and change this to here for media root. This is so we can upload our images. So that's good. Now that that's there, now we get into the settings. So let's do the following. Secret key, we're not going to touch. Allowed host, same thing. We'll just go straight down. We're not going to touch the database or anything else. Let's just go straight here. So there are some settings required for this that are from the AWS or the Django storages docs. So let's go to our installed apps and we're going to install our blog and Django storages, which you just type in storages. So that's all of the apps we need because we only have 2 apps. Now we're going to go down here and I like to do this above static files, but it's technically could be right next to static files. And let's see. So boop-a-doop-a-doop. So we're going to need a few values here. And I will show you these access keys, even though I'm going to delete them before I post a video and change them. So for me, it's not a security threat anymore, but you will get to see what it should roughly look like. So for this one, I'm going to say, here are the settings. You're going to need your AWS access key ID. Like this. Then we're going to say AWS secret access key. Then you're going to need your AWS storage bucket name. So that's just the name of your bucket. And AWS S3 custom domain equals F AWS storage bucket name .s3 .amazonaws.com. Now, after that, we're going to add this one, AWS default ACL. And there's an important setting once we set up our bucket here for this specific item. So we're going to set this to public read. And we're doing this so if our files are going to be public, like if you want to upload a picture for like a blog post and you want other people to see it, you need to have this setting turned on. Otherwise, you might not get the result you're wanting. So that's good. Now we're going to go to AWS S3 object parameters equals cache control max age equals 86400. I don't know exactly what this does. I'm not an expert on cache and that sort of thing, but that is a setting that I've been adding since I found this in a some tutorial at some point. Like I pieced all this together. It was not easy, but I finally got all the pieces. So that's fun. Let's see. So AWS query string auth equals false. And AWS headers. That's going to be access control allow origin. And I'm going to put a star just so it is working. Now, I don't know the fully best practices. This is just a way I found that works. So maybe there's a better way. There probably is, in fact. This is just what I've used and it's worked for me. So now, this is the important part, and this is actually what stumped me on the last time I tried to record this video. So pay attention right here. In order to get this working properly and make sure that it uploads to the right place, okay, I'm going to add this part first, but there are two parts that comes before this. But this part is important, so pay attention. On your static URL, we're going to change this. We're going to make this an F string, and we're going to say HTTPS : AWS S3 custom domain like that / static for this one. Then we're going to say here static URL. We're going to change or have a media URL. This is going to be the same thing, but instead of static, we're going to say media. Now, the reason that I was having my error before I got this 403 forbidden error is that I forgot, I didn't put these in, basically I didn't change these from what these normally are, which like static URL is just normally like a string with static and a /. Media URL is normally a string with media and a /. I did not add all of this custom stuff to make it saved to the right place. So that, I believe, was the problem from before. Now let's add the rest of our settings. So default file storage. This is going to be storages.backends.s3 bodo3.s3 bodo3 storage. Now that is going to be how our media files are going to be uploaded to AWS. This one is for our static files in general. So static file storage equals storages.backends.s3 bodo3.s3 static storage. Just like this. So, and after this, I believe that's actually everything we need. Now we just need to fill in this info with the information that's accurate for us. And also you can add AWS S3 settings, just so you have that separated from this part. Now let's go and get these. So we're going to walk into my AWS S3 so you can see where to find these items. So let's see. I'm going to go to AWS Home first. And now you can see here. So the AWS Management Console. And we're going to go to all the places that this is required. So I'm not going to show you how to set everything up besides the bucket. The bucket you will need to know how to set up. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to type in AWS. I'm going to type in IAM. And so there is a really good article on how to do this or how to set up all of this stuff as well. And I will leave that as a link in the description. So let's go to users. Yeah, so I set up a user group with full AWS S3 assets at first, and now I'm going to go to this user. That I also created in here. So I'm going to go to, let's see, security credentials right here and access keys. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new one. So I'm going to delete this one, deactivate first, and then delete it. So copy this guy, copy, paste this here, delete, and make a new one. So create access key. Yep, warning, never, blah, 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 GitHub, account security, and all of that good stuff. That would only be the case if I wasn't going to delete this right after I make this video, which I 100% am. So secret access. So this is how you'll generate these access keys. So we're going to grab the secret access key, bring it back here. I'm going to paste this in the appropriate spot, which you can also store this as an environment variable if you've watched my other videos in Heroku. So we're going to grab the access key, put this here, just like that, and we're going to create our bucket. So this is another important step, so please pay attention. Let's go to S3 now. Okay, from here, I'm going to create a bucket. I'm going to call this something unique, Zack P S3 test bucket, like that. Stockholm, that's weird. Normally it doesn't give me the Stockholm one, but normally it gives me Ohio. I don't know why. But I'm going to keep it like that so it's consistent. Now, this part, object ownership, I found that it doesn't work whenever ACLs are disabled. So I'm going to say ACLs enabled. Now, I don't know the repercussions of this, but it does make it work. So that's the repercussion that I'm after, at least at a basic level. Bucket owner preferred, yeah. So all of that's fine. Turn off this block all public access because you want to upload images. So that's what you're going to need to do. And that should be everything. So let's go ahead and create our bucket. Now we're going to go back to our project here. I'm going to say pi manage.py make migrations, double ampersand pi manage.py migrate. So that's going to create our blog post or our blog model in our database and create our database locally. Now I'm going to say pi manage.py create super user. Username, I'm just going to say Zack. Password, oh wait. Okay, yeah, that was dumb. Django123, Django123. Now I'm going to say, so this is actually the part where we can see just if our static files work. So this is going to be things like for the admin, for example. So if we go to our site right now, pi manage.py run server, and I'm just going to open up a separate terminal here. So let's go to our project and see what's up. So yeah, all posts is right here. Let's go to our admin. And currently we did not collect static. So as you can see, our admin is not styled at all. So this is the actual Django administration page, just that's not really styled. So now let's go ahead and collect static the proper way. So I'll leave my server running there. And I'm going to say pi manage.py collect static like this. I'm going to say yes. And okay, so this bucket name must match with regex. Oh, right, yes. I created my bucket, but I forgot to add the setting. So let's go to our settings right here and say, what do they call it? Zack P S3 test bucket, like that. Let's try that again. Manage.py collect static. Yes. And so this part can take a minute, like I think the first time it goes, but there's no error, which means that, at least I believe that this means that it is working. It'll go for a little bit and then it'll finally be done. Let's see, for the sake of the video, we can basically wait and then check. So yeah, you might want to try to skip forward a few seconds or maybe about 10. And it should get there, but I'm personally going to sit here and wait because yeah, I'm not editing this. So yeah, it worked last time and I literally built a project right before I recorded this video and it did take the same amount of time. So it might take like 30-ish seconds. It doesn't always do this, but this specific time it will. So yep. Maybe I'll have my editor cut this out. Maybe not. I don't know yet. All right, so it's done. Let's go to our, we're actually going to go to our S3, click on this test bucket. And as we can see, this static folder is right here. Admin is right here as well. So essentially it did work. If we go back to our page here and do a little refresh, boom, our styles are back here. Now let's log in and get this working. Django123. I typed in something wrong. Django123. Maybe I typed, nope. Okay, that's it. So successfully logged in. Now let's make a blog post. And we're going to add an image. So I'm going to do my first post. I hope this works. So if this works properly, there should be an image, and then we should be able to see that same image in AWS S3. So let's click here. I'm gonna pick any. Let's see. There's my last thumbnail for my video. You know what? I do like that one. I'll pick my top 5 one too. So let's do that. So save and add another. Save. Continue editing. Let's just save. So ideally, there aren't any problems here, but that's the ideal. So we'll see. All right. So that was successful. If we look here, we can see my picture here, and this is linked to AWS S3. So let's check our bucket. Let's do a little refresh action. And I'm curious if it's going to be in the static or at the base directory. So static blog image. Okay, so it is inside of this thing that's a static, but our blog images is right here, or are right here. Now we can see this, we can view it. Let's open, and boom. As you can see, based on the URL, it is here. It is on AWS S3. We can view it, and it's being viewed on our page, which we can tell by, if we right click on this image, look at the source, and it says HTTPS, all of my AWS stuff in that URL. So that does conclude our video. Awesome. I hope that was useful for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out on the comments. If you want to see any more specific video ideas, because there was a specific user asking for this and who was waiting, and now it's finally here. So thank you for being patient. Awesome. Yeah, feel free to reach out, and I'll leave my links below. You can reach out to me on Code Mentor or my email on my website, zackknowspython@gmail.com. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe, do the notification thing, and all of that good stuff. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Boop.